Improv?
Improv.
Improv. Improv.
Improv.
Improv.
Welcome everybody to Tee's Comedy Club. Are you excited for a little improv tonight? We'll keep it going for the one-on-one class graduation.
How are you all doing? Excellent. Thank you all for coming out on a Monday night to see an improv show. This is the beginner improv class graduation show. Let's give it up for our graduates. First of all, I just want to get a sense of our audience first. So how many of you make some noise if this is your first time at Tee's Comedy Club? Make some noise. Awesome. Thank you for coming out. And then how many people here make some noise if this is your first time seeing a live improv show? Make some noise. Yeah? Got some people? Great. Awesome. So what you need to know about improv is that everything is made up entirely on the spot. These games were developed as ways for people to practice their socializing, to build confidence, choice making, working in groups, and they're still really fun games to play. So we're going to play some of those games tonight. I'll be your host tonight. My name is Tim Overton. I taught the class. And if anything looks like fun tonight and you think that maybe you would like to try a class, I highly encourage you to sign up at teehyscomedy.com and check out our classes. But without any further ado, let's please bring up our graduates. Come on up, gang. Mal and Ryan. All right, folks, we're going to get right into our first game, and this game is called Dr. Know-It-All. So please assemble Dr. Know-It-All. Excellent. Dr. Know-It-All is a singular being, but has 4 heads. The thing about Dr. Know-It-All is Dr. Know-It-All knows all. Can answer any question about anything. The only catch is that Dr. Know-It-All can only answer one word at a time. So, first, Dr. Know-It-All, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello.
Hi.
What's up?
How you doing?
Excellent. Thank you, Dr. Know-It-All. So we can ask Dr. Know-It-All any question, Dr. Know-It-All will know the answer. So, for example, Dr. Know-It-All, my car is making a very strange noise. Why is my car making a strange noise?
It
Has
A
faulty
caterator
that
used
to
swim.
under
the street.
Yes.
Thank you. It's the caterator. It used to swim under the street, but it doesn't anymore, so that's the problem. We can ask Dr. Know-It-All any questions. Do we have any questions from the audience for Dr. Know-It-All? Anybody have any pressing questions? Maybe something from your daily life, something? Yes, over here.
Yes. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I'm thinking about getting a job. Why do you think I should get a job outside of the home?
Dr. Know-It-All, what do you think?
Well,
you
Should.
absolutely
not.
do
Anything.
because
You,
are
A.
stay.
Angel.
Yes.
Yes.
There you go. I'm sorry to tell you, but you're a state angel. Dr. Know-It-All, I have another question. I'm finishing my graduate degree right now. What would be some career opportunities for me after graduate school?
Caramel.
Chocolate.
Debt.
And
Peanuts.
living
Under.
the.
Subway.
Yes.
That sounds right. That sounds accurate. That sounds about right. Does anybody else have any questions for Dr. Know-It-All? Any questions at all? Dr. Know-It-All will know the answer. What do we think? Yes, here.
What's making my cat sick?
Oh, a great question. What is making this person's cat sick?
Air.
And
Bold.
because
Rainbow.
toast
And.
other.
Rainbows.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, there you go. I would look into the rainbows personally. Yeah. Hard to interpret the medical diagnosis sometimes of Dr. Know-It-All. We can only hope to ascertain the truth within those words. Any other questions for Dr. Know-It-All? How about some big questions, some existential questions maybe?
Like, what is the meaning of life?
A great question. Dr. Know-It-All, what is the meaning of life?
Pure.
Time.
And.
Often.
Coagulating.
With.
Space.
Because.
Orbits.
The.
Universe.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Pretty straightforward, I think.
Very straight.
Yeah.
Very not confused at all.
Not at all? Any other big questions for Dr. Know-It-All? Yes, over here.
Did we actually land on the moon?
A great question. Did we actually land on the moon, Dr. Know-It-All?
Did.
Not. Yes.
There you go. Pretty simple. One final question for Dr. Know-It-All, please. Let's make it a very deep.
How do we know that the earth is flat?
Excellent. How do we know that the earth is flat, Dr. Know-It-All?
Geometry.
Is
Very.
confusing.
Yes, yes,
Thank you, Dr. Know-It-All. Give it up for Dr. Know-It-All, please. And we'll go right into the next game. Only questions, so I need 2 lines and 1 person from each line now. What's going to happen here is our improvisers are going to perform a scene for you. That means it's like a play, but with no script, right? So they're going to have a relationship, they'll be doing something, they'll be in a location, all entirely made up on the spot. The only catch to this game is that they may only ask questions. No direct statements, no exclamations, no hmms or haws. Only questions. If at any point anybody says something that's not a question, or if they do that thing where they end it with an inflection, and it's not really a question, but it kind of sounds like maybe it is, they're out. And they'll be replaced by another improviser. That improviser will take the place of that character in the scene as if nothing has changed. Will continue the scene, only asking questions. So, to get their scene started, I need a suggestion from you, the audience. How about a suggestion of an activity that 2 people could be doing, like playing basketball, knitting, crossword, competitive? What do we think?
Scrabble.
Scrabble. We take you now to Scrabble.
Where are all the X's?
Don't you know?
Keep them off.
Were they not in the box?
Box.
I can't remember.
You're out.
Is this a word?
Do you think it is?
Do I look like a dictionary?
Do I look like someone that reads?
Is that a serious question? You have glasses?
You're out.
What are you gonna play?
I was wondering what word you were going to play. Oh, wait.
Brian, you're out. Cal, get in there.
You have any O's?
I don't think so.
You're out. Get in there, Hannah.
Do you have any O's?
Hannah, you're out. Brian, get in there.
Do you have any O's?
Do you have any X's?
Do you have any Y's?
Do I look like I care?
Do I look like I care?
Do I think we're stuck in a rut?
Cal, get in there.
Do I look like I'm stuck in a rut?
I'm not sure.
You're out, Cal. Hannah, get in there.
Do I look like I'm stuck in a rut?
How do you spell rut?
I'm not sure if I know how.
You're out. In there, Jacob.
How do you spell rut?
How long is this game gonna be?
And scene. There we go. We got all the questions. Let's stay in our 2 lines. We'll stay right here and we'll get Hannah and Jacob out. We're going to play another game. This one is called Laugh Out. We're going to get Moonlight Sonata queued up on the Spotify. What's going to happen here is this is going to be a very serious scene. They're allowed to make statements. They can ask questions if they want, but they can talk normally again. The only catch for this game is that it's a very serious scene. And if anybody laughs for any reason, the improviser that made you laugh will be out. They will be replaced by a new improviser. That improviser will repeat the last line that made you laugh, and the scene will hopefully continue. But if not, we may see improvisers go in and out very quickly. So, to get this very serious scene started, I need a very serious topic. So how about something that you would see in like an after-school special, like don't do drugs, don't talk to strangers. What do we think?
Drunk driving.
Drunk driving. Thank you. We take you now to the very serious scene of drunk driving.
I
Louder, please.
I can't believe you did that.
What?
Drive drunk, of course.
The car was driving itself.
You're out, Hannah. Cal, get in there. The car was driving itself.
The car was driving itself.
How do you know? You're fucking blackout.
That is true. But I remember starting to be blacked out.
You remember starting to be blacked out. Okay.
I have a pretty good memory despite being hammered.
Well, Jacob, you're out, actually. Get in there, Brian.
I don't remember you.
I've been sitting next to you the whole time. White knuckling it.
I guess my memory isn't that great.
Do you know where we're going?
Wherever the world takes us, my friend.
You're out, Cal. Hannah, get in there. Wherever the world takes us, my friend.
Wherever the world takes us.
Well, I just want to get to my destination and get out of this death trap.
Okay. Wait, what?
Hannah, you're out. Jacob, get in there.
Wait, what? I can't, I don't feel safe.
It's completely safe. See, I can use my blinkers though.
I don't find this at all amusing.
No, we're just driving. It's not really that fun.
Well, Brian, you're Cal, get in there.
Piss.
There's a toilet in the back of the tank.
We'll just go back there.
Alright.
You're both out. Double out. Let's see it, Brian, Hannah.
I'm gonna go back to the wheel real quick.
Hannah, you're out. Jacob, get in.
Don't splash. I'm driving this British car.
And scene. Give it up for him. Give it up for that. Alright. We'll be playing our next game now. That game is Challenge. So I need everyone lined up on the back wall, please. Alright. You've seen them improvise, but did you know that these are also very smart improvisers? Cal is a senior lecturer at Harvard in the history department. Brian teaches music at Stanford, of course. Jacob once read an entire Chinese menu, so and Hannah has 5 degrees, all black belts, so very smart improvisers. What's going to happen here is they are going to give a lecture to you, but it's going to be competitive. At any point while one person is lecturing down here at the front, anybody in the back can yell, "Challenge!" When that happens, I will listen to their challenge. If I deem the challenge valid, that correct person will step forward and continue the lecture, getting us back on the path of truth. If I deem their challenge invalid, the person speaking will continue speaking. Whoever is speaking in this spot at the end of 3 minutes is the smartest person on the stage. So bragging rights aren't for grabs on this. I want you to take a look at our improvisers, knowing their backgrounds now, and I want you to give me a suggestion of a topic that you think they know nothing about.
Kinetic physics.
What was it?
Particle physics.
Particle physics. It just so happens that Brian knows quite a bit about particle physics. So Brian, would you please get us started on the lecture, and I am putting 3 minutes on the clock.
Yes, well, as an expert in musicology, particle physics is not that different. You see, the notes themselves are particular in their way, the way they're performed, and then the physics are also particular. Therefore, these two subjects mesh compatibly and completely without any sort of diaphragmalistic interruption. Therefore, physics and music.
Challenge.
Yes, Cal, what's your challenge?
He is mentioning nothing of electrons and neutrons.
Let's hear about those electrons and neutrons, Cal. Tell us more.
Electrons and neutrons are very important to the particle physics, including chitrons and poutrons. Every neutron, and electron, poutron, and chitron are necessary to each other for each other to exist.
Challenge.
Yes, Hannah.
The necessity is not complete in order for them to exist.
That makes total sense to me. Hannah, tell us more.
So, my belts are black, and my brain is huge. And I know that when this is here, from what you said, here, and here, from what you said, we're like this, but you need to put it like this, and you need to like that with finesse.
This all makes sense to me. Tell me more.
Physics is a thing that we know about, and
Challenge.
Yes, Brian.
I think you're making this up as you go along. I don't believe it.
I think maybe she is, Brian. Can you please get us back on course?
As I was saying earlier, before these amateurs injected their theories, when you have the diaphragmalistic, as I
1 minute
mentioned
remaining.
earlier,
Challenge.
Yes, Jacob.
He's never read an entire Chinese menu.
It's true. I've never seen you do it. Jacob, please tell us more.
So particle physics, I kind of like to think it's like a 32D at my favorite restaurant. It's kind of spicy, sweet. They got some noodling. We got some veg. All that stuff is particles within that.
30 seconds remaining.
Challenge.
Yes, Cal.
As I was earlier mentioning the neutrons, electrons, chitrons, you forgot about the poutron, which is also known as 32A, the poo-poo platter.
I didn't know this. Cal, tell us more.
The poo-poo platter is a great representation of the
Challenge.
Yes, Jacob.
The poo-poo platter is on the secret menu, and I don't know if that we should really be talking about that.
Oh, I didn't know. Sorry, Jacob. Yes, please tell us more.
Disregard what he said.
Yes, disregard.
You'll know about the secret menu when you're supposed to.
15 seconds remaining.
But particle physics, there's just all these little tiny parts, just like
Challenge.
Miss Hannah.
no.
Okay, let's hear that now. Go on, Hannah.
When
10
the
seconds remaining.
small, tiny particles are actually huge and encompassing everything, because we are even smaller
5
particles
seconds.
in this vast realm of physical particle
Challenge.
being quantum.
I'm sorry, Cal, but we are out of time. Hannah is the smartest person on the stage. And that's how we play challenge. Up next, another game is called Panel of Experts. So I need all of my experts to come down stage. We are going to get suggestions to inform their characters. They are each going to be an expert in a very specific, very obscure field of expertise. And then they'll answer our questions through the lens of that expertise. So let's get started. Down here on the end, Cal's character is an expert on a period of history, a certain era, a span of time in history, like the Civil War,
Victorian.
the Victorian era, the era of Victoria, Queen Victoria, yes. Hannah here is an expert on a very obscure kind of dance. It's very specific to a very exotic location. Not many people have heard of it. What's the name of that dance called?
The Macarena.
It's the Macarena. She's an expert on the Macarena. Brian's character is going to be an expert on a celebrity. This is how about a musician that is no longer living?
Elvis.
I heard Prince first, an expert on Prince. And then Jacob's character is going to be an expert. Jacob is actually the editor-in-chief of a magazine that's very obscure and made up like Cat Fancy Monthly, or what do we think?
Lego Fans Weekly.
What is it?
Lego Fans Weekly.
I love that. Lego Fans Weekly. There's a lot to publish in that field. Lego Fans Weekly. Great. So now we've informed their characters. We will have the experts introduce themselves. So, starting down here at the end, would you please introduce yourself?
I am Sir Victor Ian, and I am an expert on the Victorian era.
Thank you, Victor Ian. And sir, excuse me, sir. Over here.
I am Nina, expert on Macarena.
Thank you, Nina. Over here.
I am Phillips Fillington, and I am an expert on Prince.
Thank you, Phillips Fillington. And over here.
So I dropped my real name. I go by Block now. And
I'm sorry, you go by what?
Block.
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 Yes.
Block.
Block.
Okay.
And I am the editor-in-chief of Legos Daily.
Excuse me, Legos Weekly.
Legos Weekly, sorry.
You can't do it daily.
Yeah,
That would be
there's
insane.
no.
So, experts, we're going to get some questions from the audience, but first I have a question for all of you. There is a lot of different social media platforms today. Which social media platform should I be on, if any? Down here at the end, Victor Ian.
Well, I would suggest that you reserve your temptation to join any of them.
Yes, chastity is important. Thank you, Sir Victor Ian. Nina, what do you think?
The only ones worthy of your time are the ones with us.
I'll look for that in the algorithm. Thank you, Nina. Yes.
I once knew a girl named Nikki, and you could say she was a sex fiend, and I met her in a hotel lobby reading Twitter.
That's insane. Thank you, Phillips Fillington. And here, Block. Excuse me, yes, Block.
So I would say we have at Legos Weekly, we have our own app that you can post anything about Legos that you want. Honestly, I don't know why you would want to go anywhere else.
Makes sense to me. I'll sign up right away. Do we have any questions for the experts from the audience? Any questions at all? What do we think? Maybe something about our work or personal life? Or yes?
Yeah, my yearly review is coming up, and that kind of fell off a little bit. What's a quick way I can get brownie points?
Excellent question. How can he get by in his job?
I would suggest that you read the works of Marquis de Sade.
Interesting. That person published. That's where the word sadomasochism comes from. Okay, check it out. Light reading. Nina.
You want to move forward with your job, yes? Be better.
Yes.
So you cook a bunch of macaroni
Thank you so much.
and you have to whisper it. And then you give it to everyone, and there you go.
Whisper to macaroni. You can try that.
Okay.
Well, one time I was working part-time in the Five and Dime. My boss, he was Mr. McGee, and he gave me some advice that I'll never forget. And that is, I forgot.
Thank you, Phillips Fillington. Think about that, maybe. Block.
So there's this really cool Lord of the Rings Rivendell set that costs about like $500.
It is
I think if
expensive.
you bought that for your boss, he'd probably forget all about the review.
Maybe go with that one. That sounds like we have some options. Any other questions for our experts? Yes?
I am worried that when I make potatoes, I use too much butter. How do you know if you're using too much butter?
How do you know if it's too much butter?
It's a very fine question. I would suggest that you use margarine instead, first of all, and then read Crime and Punishment.
Thank you, Sir Ian. All butter is too much butter. Yes?
You dip and swirl. If your lips are glossy and nice, you probably have too much butter.
The lip test is pretty famous.
Dig, if you will, the picture. You and I engaged in the kitchen making cookies. The butter itself is not the question. It is the need for the grease, if you will, to make them the succulent juiciness. And as an expert in prints, I would have to say,
So there you go. Block.
So I'd say, you've made these potatoes, you use butter, you don't know how much. You go to play with your Legos afterwards, and if they're like kind of slipping around all over the place, then you probably used too much butter.
That's probably too much then. Yeah, thank you, Block. A big question, one final big existential question. Yes, yes.
Scientifically, should you wipe from the front or the back?
Thank you. A real question. Fine. Experts, should you wipe from the front or the back?
Well, as I know, as a Victorian era, a very prominent figure known as Fanning Hill didn't either, so I would suggest neither.
Go Nina. Nina?
Now you use 2 hands, and then you go up over like this and jump down, okay? Like this, and then a few more steps like this. Like this, and then don't forget this one, no? Okay, and then the heels. Really into cleaning. That's it.
Thank you. A few more steps involved.
Well, I just want to say I only want to see you dancing in the purple rain so it can use that fluid to just cleanse your crevasse and make sure that you don't have to wipe either direction. Just let the purple rain wash away the soilage from your excrement.
Thank you, Philip.
Well, I actually made a bidet made out of Legos.
Awesome. Thank you to our experts. Give it up for our experts. We've got another game. It's called Foursquare. So I need everyone to assemble into the comedy cube. We've got 2 in front and 2 in back. What's going to happen here is we're going to have 4 scenes happening simultaneously. At any point, I can call switch right, and they will switch right. Oh, yes, to the right, yes. We practiced this, I promise. And a new scene will take place here in the front of the stage. Or I can call switch left, and they will go the other way. We need suggestions for all their scenes, so let's do this. How about an environment that could fit on the stage like an elevator, maybe a coffee shop? What do we think? A location, small location, yes.
Studio apartment.
I love that. Studio apartment, switch right. For these 2, I need a relationship that 2 people can have, like brothers, co-workers, or how about from the table over there? What do we think?
Husband and wife.
Husband and wife. Switch right. For these 2, I would like an activity that 2 people could be doing, like basketball, knitting. What do we think? How about this table right? What do you think, sir? An activity that maybe 2 people could be doing.
Bicycling.
I love that. Bicycling. Switch right. And then for these 2, I need a suggestion for a line of dialogue. How about something that somebody said to you today? Something that stood out.
You need to get a job.
Oh, interesting, yeah. I sense a theme over
I
here.
do.
We all do. Look what we're doing on a Monday.
You could be an improv performer.
Yes, yes. You need to get a job. So we'll review first. You need to get a job. Switch right. Studio apartment. Switch right. Husband and wife. Switch right. Bicycling. Switch right. And we will begin with the line of dialogue. You need to get a job.
Yo.
You were gonna say that you really need to get a job. Oh my gosh.
I know, it's been a problem, but, you
How
know,
long have you been sitting there with those 600 bags of monkey teeth? Like,
they were handed down to me from my grandfather.
Switch right.
I've been finding a lot of monkey teeth around the apartment,
Right?
and I'm just kind of wondering what that's about.
I'm not sure, there's someone else holding somewhere, I'm not sure. It's getting a little crowded in here, I mean, we're paying $3,000 a month for this place,
I know, we have like 5 feet.
right? And it's becoming a real
I can't
hassle.
even lay down without you kicking me in the leg.
You know, that's what, we can't afford 2 beds, and there's not enough room, so,
Yeah, well, we need to take care of these monkey teeth,
right?
because I love monkeys and I hate to see their teeth all over the place.
Right? It's
Switch right.
Walter, there's a sale on monkey teeth.
Monkey teeth?
Yes. And I wanted to add to the collection.
What collection?
The collection of monkey teeth.
You have a collection of monkey teeth?
I do.
You never mentioned that in the 20 years of our marriage. You never mentioned that.
Well, they're not all monkey teeth. I mean, some of them might be baboons, which are technically not monkeys, but...
Primate teeth?
And not all necessarily monkey. I mean, most of them are human teeth.
Why?
I have an amateur dental finish. Because it actually sounds better than human teeth. Really. Anyway, can we go and
If you really want to go check out some monkey teeth, I will go check out some.
Switch right.
It's great weather today for this. Wow. Did you remember to grab the sandwiches?
I did not. I thought that was your
Was your
job.
Oh. What was I doing? So I had this ready, I had the bag.
I did get
stuff.
catheter
Oh, good.
for this long walk.
Great. I'm so glad we have
And
that.
it's not even hooked up to a bag, it just goes right inside.
Yeah, cool.
Switch right.
I think someone's been stealing my monkey teeth and selling them. I think there might be another monkey teeth collector here, and I was very disappointed because I was thinking I could sell them to bring in some money because I don't have a job.
Right.
So it's,
Right. I was thinking what I could do to help you and how you could.
well, we could set up like some sort of 8-foot monkey teeth camera and
Okay.
Switch left. Gotcha.
Yeah. What? Oh, again? Okay. Wow.
Switch left. Gotcha. Oh no, we inverted the cue.
Oh, no.
Anyway, can we be done with monkey teeth?
Scene. I think we're done with that. We've got another game. It's called Take That Back, and I need Brian and Hannah to play this one. Give it up for Brian and Hannah, everyone. All right, I have a bell. What's going to happen is they're going to do a scene, and anytime I ring this bell, they're going to make a new choice. So, for instance, I have a truck, I have a car, I have a rash, and we'll go in that direction. So to get their scene started, can I get a suggestion for how about a relationship two people could have, not a close relationship, a distant relationship?
Dentist.
What is it?
Dentist and patient.
Excellent. We take you now to dentist and patient.
Your cuspid needs a little bit of work.
Alright. Huh?
I think we're gonna have to dam that. Uh-oh. Would you like some nitrous oxide? Would you like some alcohol? Would you like to spit? Spit.
Wait, who are you?
I'm your
Wait,
gynecologist.
what is it? Do you have credentials for this? No. Oh, you do have credentials. You're the best gynecologist in the city. Great. You have no reason to be in my bathroom right now. What's going on? My amusement park has become a place for all these people to come and do all this weird stuff, like look at my teeth and put me in the stirrups, and I'm just so tired of it.
Well, I think that it is absolutely your call whether you're going to have these services performed at your home or at the proper facilities. I've got the paperwork right here. I've got the document right here. I've got the phone right here that shows me that you made this appointment.
Oh, I must have been myself. I must have been an elephant.
Okay.
I must have been in a bowl of macaroni, swimming around in eating it and showering myself with macaroni and cheese because it smells so good.
Can I
And
have my phone, please?
okay.
Can I have my pen, please?
Okay.
So, I'm going to write you on a prescription. Take 6 of these every night before bed. Take 5 of those every morning when you get up. Don't take these. These are not good for you. And we're just going to pretend this whole thing didn't happen. I'm going back for some monkey teeth. I'm going back for some human teeth. And because there's this lady that gives me like $100 for, she gives me 5 cents for every tooth, which I don't think is a great price because the tooth fairy pays more than that.
She does.
I know, but you know, some people I felt it's got that. Sorry. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that.
I appreciate you sharing
Well, thank
so
you.
much. I don't appreciate you sharing. I just want to hear any of that. I was wondering if you could come to my party next weekend.
Well, I think that would be fine. I'm assuming everyone has their natural teeth. I'm assuming that everyone there is wearing partials. And I'm assuming everyone there has full dentures, in which case they wouldn't be threatened by me whatsoever because I don't use false teeth in my
Yeah,
practice.
so the rule is no teeth or skin. So the rule is everyone has to wear their grandmother's old wig.
Oh, well, that's nice. Real human hair wigs.
So do you have that or?
No, but I'm sensing a new side hustle.
Okay.
Give it up for We've got another game. It's going to be called Changing Styles, and I need Cal and Jacob. Give it up for Cal and Jacob. All right, they're going to be doing a scene. At any point, I'm going to freeze the scene, and then I'm going to come to you, and I'm going to ask for a genre of film, a genre of TV, maybe even a genre of music. So be ready for those genres. To get their scene started, though, can I have a relationship? How about a very close relationship two people could have?
Conjoined twins.
Conjoined twins. Not much closer than that. We take you now to conjoined twins.
What are we doing today?
I was hoping to go to Sam's Club and get some,
I like Costco better though.
yeah, I guess, but you know, Sam's Club is a little bit closer.
Well, what's it matter?
Well,
Costco has better options though.
they do, but you know, I'm just feeling kind of lazy today, and
Well, if you're lazy today, that means I have to be lazy today, and I don't want to be lazy today. I want to go to
I
Costco.
don't know, we always do what you want anyway, so let's just do it then. Let's
Okay,
go to
let's go.
Costco.
Freeze! I would like a genre of film. How about from this table? A genre of film.
Sci-fi.
Sci-fi. Sci-fi.
I think there might be an extra twin on the side of my stomach.
Oh, it's fun. Oh wait, what? I think I saw a toy. Oh, it kicked. What is that? What is that? Dude, get it away from me. Oh my
I wish
god.
I could, but I can't. You know, a little triplet is stuck, and he's starting to tell me things.
I didn't see another one.
He's starting to tell me things.
Freeze! Another genre of film. How about from this table?
Horror.
Horror.
I'm
Excellent.
telling you.
What was it? Horror or porn? Horror?
Hey now. Horror.
Horror?
What is it telling you, Cal?
It's telling me to kill my brother. Can we get a knife?
No!
I
No!
want a knife.
No!
Well, there's a gun right there. Can I get that
No.
instead?
Get it first.
No.
Freeze! How about a genre of television? So like
Sitcom.
What was it? Sitcom. Sitcom.
We can never fit into any dress.
Studio Lab. Studio Lab.
Well, I think it's because of you, not me.
It's always my fault, isn't it?
Oh.
It is. That's okay. We're still together.
That's right, but I'm kind of getting worried that, you know, our roommate Charlie Sheen is causing a lot of trouble.
Freeze.
About that.
How about a genre of music?
Metal.
Metal.
You gotta watch out for Charlie Sheen, man.
Right?
Charlie Sheen! Charlie Sheen! Charlie Sheen! He's bringing a lot of weird people in this apartment. I'm not liking it.
Freeze. How about one more genre of film?
Rom-com.
Rom-com.
No, I don't love Charlie Sheen.
Me neither.
I love you.
I love you too.
Aw, scene. Give it up. It is now time for our final game, and this game is called Sex With Me. I know. Scandalous. What's going to happen here is you've seen us improvise, but did you know that we are also stand-up comedians? The only catch is that we only know one joke structure. It goes something like this. Sex with me is like a, how about bowling ball? You need to get 3 fingers in me to get me rolling. Right? Yes, exactly. Groans and moans are also accepted for this game. It's a pun-based game, and so what we're going to do is get suggestions from the audience, and we're going to come up with puns on the spot and tell you what sex with us is like. So, to get started, can I get a suggestion of an object? How about an object that you might find in your office? Paperweight. Sex with me is like a paperweight.
Sex with me is like a paperweight. I'm just gonna be sitting around.
Sex with me is like a paperweight. I'm here to hold you down, baby.
Sex with me is like a paperweight. At least those papers won't be blown.
How about that?
Sex with me is like a paperweight. We are so heavy on this table.
All right, can I get another suggestion? How about an object that you would find in your backyard?
Lawnmower.
Lawnmower. Sex with me is like a lawnmower.
Sex with me is like a lawnmower. It's loud and obnoxious, and I only do it during the day.
Sex with me is like a lawnmower. I'm gonna be pushing you around all over the lawn.
Sex with me is like a lawnmower. I will wake up your neighbors.
Sex with me is like a lawnmower. It's all well and good until you roll over a rock.
That's true. Nothing will break your rhythm. Like a rock. Sex with me is like a lawnmower. Sometimes you have to pull the choke. Can I get another suggestion? How about a profession, like lawyer or doctor? What do you think?
Crab fisherman.
Oh, I love it. Crab fisherman. Sex with me is like a crab fisherman.
Sex with me is like a crab fisherman. You're gonna catch crabs.
There you go.
Sex with me is like a crab fisherman. It's just so wet.
Sex with me is like a crab fisherman. I deserve my own reality show.
Sex with me is like a crab fisherman because I'm the deadliest catch.
Sex with me is like a crab fisherman. You go in wet and you come out covered with little crustaceans.
Sex with me is like a crab fisherman. It's like, watch out!
All right, one more. How about a suggestion of an object that you would find in your bathroom?
Toothbrush.
Toothbrush. Sex with me is like a toothbrush.
Sex with me is like a toothbrush. I should do it twice a day, but yeah.
Sex with me is like a toothbrush. We're only going to be used for about 2 minutes.
Sex with me is like a toothbrush. You go in to clean up and you come out bristled.
Sex with me is like a toothbrush. It's really minty. And it's fresh.
Sex with me is like a toothbrush, a lot of oral, B. That's a fun game you can play at home. It's called Sex with Me. Let's give it up one more time for our graduating class. Give it up for them. We've got Cal and Jacob and Hannah and Brian. They did a great job taking this class. If you had fun tonight and you're interested in taking the class, please sign up at teeheescomedy.com. Classes start May 28th. Give it up for yourselves for coming out tonight and supporting the class. Thank you so much for being a great audience. Let's give it up to John at the bar, who's the bartender. Please tip him well. And give it up for AJ in the back for doing check-ins on this place and doing a great job running it. Thank you everybody for coming out. Hang out a little bit, grab some drinks. We'll be talking with you. Have a great night, and thank you once again. Give it up for him.